I'm not expecting a great night for astronomy, actually. There's supposed to be a small window of time, maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, where there should be not too much in the way of cloud. A small crescent moon, but that shouldn't be too much to bother us. And then it seems like the cloud's going to roll in. So we're going to see if we can at least make some use of the brief window in time we do have. So I'm going to unwrap the telescope, and then we're going to move it out onto the grass and start our setup. Okay, so here she is, the RAS 8. It's a new tube that I've only had for a couple of weeks, and it's very fast. It's an f2 tube, which means I can take much shorter exposures and still get the same amount of light on the camera. The slight disadvantage is you need to be very well focused. It's got a very small focal in-focus range, so we need to make sure we're well focused. Alrighty, and the other difficulty is because the camera's on the front, unlike my previous tube where the camera was on the back, the camera on the front means that it's kind of a bit harder to, put a cover on if you want to do, for example, the dark frames. So yeah, that's a little bit more tricky, and we just have to have some workarounds for that. Alrighty, now let's put this cover down, and you can see it's got quite substantial counterweight because it's a bit heavier than it used to be with the new tube. And what I'm going to do now is try and lift the whole thing and move it out. So before I do that, so there's the finder scope, obviously, with the automatic focuser. And what else? We've got the camera at the front, so I'll just twist this around a little bit. And now we should be able to see the camera, which is an ASI 533MC. And RAS is the Rowe Ackerman Schmidt astrograph. And the mount I'm using is an AZEQ6GT, a Saxon mount, and it seems to be a really excellent mount for tracking. Alrighty, let's try and hoist this beast and move it out onto the grass in my backyard. Up we go. It's pretty heavy. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to carry it for.